Abraham loved God with everything he had. Then the Lord said, take your son. Now that sounds pretty bad. He raised a knife above the boy on that cold mountaintop. But an angel grabbed his arm and said, Abraham, stop. Was it a test of faith or something hard to understand? I just know that somehow grace was always in God's plan. The Bible has a strange story. It may also have a mistake, but it still reveals God's glory, and our sins it helps to forsake. If we look for imperfection, we will find what we're looking for. If instead we want direction, God will grant us so much more. Sodom and Gomorrah burned beneath the righteous sky. Lot's wife looked back and turned to salt. Lord, I don't know why. And Lot's own daughters did things that I won't recite in church. The Bible tells it plainly, doesn't leave you in the lurch. It shows the worst of human hearts, the chaos and the shame. And somehow in the middle of it all, God's love remains. The Bible has a strange story. It may also have a mistake, but it still reveals God's glory, and our sins it helps to forsake. If we look for imperfection, we will find what we're looking for. If instead we want direction, God will grant us so much more. In Judges there's a story that'll shake you to your core. A woman wronged and broken, cut in pieces, 12 or more. Her husband sent the pieces out to stir a nation's grief. It's brutal and it's ugly, and it beggars all belief. But God did not endorse it. He let humans tell their tale. The darkness in that chapter shows how badly we can fail. The book doesn't hide the ugly, doesn't make the sinner shine. It shows us David dancing, Peter cussing down the line. It shows us Saul obeying, or the times he chose to not. King Saul was told to spare no soul among the Amalekite lot. These are hard and heavy chapters. They've been wrestled with for years. But the wrestling is the journey. Faith ain't born without the tears. Old Saul the king was given orders, wipe the people out. Every man and ox and woman, God's command without a doubt. He kept the best, he spared the king. Said, Samuel, I obeyed. But partial obedience, friend, is disobedience displayed. We judge the ancient warriors, but we stumble just the same. The Bible holds a mirror up, and every face looks like our shame. The Bible has a strange story. It may also have a mistake, but it still reveals God's glory, and our sins it helps to forsake. If we look for imperfection, we will find what we're looking for. If instead we want direction, God will grant us so much more. Now Peter swore he'd follow Jesus, swore it on his life. Then 3 times by the fire he denied him in the night. And before that, back in John 21, he fished without a stitch, jumped in the sea when Jesus called. Some things make scholars twitch, but Jesus met him on that shore and asked him 3 times true, "Do you love me, Simon Peter?" That's the grace he offers you. Now circumcision filled the pages back in Abraham's time. Some folks hit that passage and they nearly lose their mind. Paul himself said later, it's the heart that must be cut, not a ritual that saves you, but the door that love has shut. On the pride and on the ego and the flesh that wants its way, every odd command points somewhere deeper than the blade. The Bible has a strange story. It may also have a mistake, but it still reveals God's glory, and our sins it helps to forsake. If we look for imperfection, we will find what we're looking for. If instead we want direction, God will grant us so much more. So crack the ancient pages, friend, and let the stories breathe. There's wisdom in the wrestling, there is life beneath the leaves. The word ain't always easy, and it wasn't meant to be, but somehow in those strange old words I always find He finds me.